Hello and welcome to Eye on the Money, the television show that gives you insights into how to improve your financial well-being as well as make your money work for you. And I'm your host, Ingrid Nantege. Today on the show, we discuss opportunities for investment in the global market. Now, today's investing opportunities are not bound by geography. If you're intrigued by emerging economies and booming growth in markets around the world, you may want to invest in some of them. For many investors, buying foreign stocks allows them to diversify by spreading out their risk, in addition to giving them exposure to the growth of other economies. Many financial advisors consider foreign stocks a healthy addition to an investment portfolio. Joining me on the show to discuss how to invest in the global market is Rufus Kamau, Research and Markets Analyst at Scope Markets, Kenya. Welcome to the show, Rufus.
Hello, Ingrid.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thanks for making time to join us today to talk about this topic, which a lot of people think is so complex, so foreign, so just difficult to understand. So I'm really banking on you to help us unpack everything. So just to get into the topic of conversation today, when we talk about trading, investing in the global markets, just explain to us this concept. What exactly are we talking about and what does it even entail?
Right. So we are looking at a very simple investment strategy where you basically diversify your investments by taking advantage of global international markets. So we look at various asset classes, we look at stocks, we have indices, and at the same time we have currencies. So as a Kenyan, it's very easy to invest in these assets by basically working through a broker, that is a forex broker, that is regulated locally. So this way you can get the benefit of investing in popular brands such as Tesla, Apple, Amazon, basically the same goods that you consume in your day-to-day life. So when you look at big brands such as Samsung, it's basically a brand we use in our day-to-day life. So as the company gets to grow, you take a part ownership of the company and you benefit as the company grows.
Beautiful, and you've really perfectly put it when you say it pretty much provides a platform where as a local, as a Kenyan, you can get to then invest in like the much bigger brands, which ideally could be out of reach. But my question then, even as you go about it, how does this happen? How does one manage to do this, if that question makes sense? You know what I mean? So fine, those brands are out there, but what does the process look like for a person who's interested in doing this?
So when it comes to investing in global assets, I would say the traditional barriers are eroding away each and every day. So traditionally there was a very difficult approach. That is, you would have to open a brokerage account, you would have to pay fees to open an account. Information was very difficult to reach. Right now you can reach information about financial markets anytime, anywhere from any part of the world. So in terms of getting information about financial markets, it's very easy. And also, when it comes to trading, you basically register online. So if you work with local brokers, such as Scope Markets, all you have to do is to go to their website, register very fast, and then go through a KYC program. So they have a very strict KYC in order to make sure that you are not trading illegal funds or anything of that sort. So after you are through with the process, then all you have to do is to deposit money. You can deposit money with M-Pesa, you can deposit with Visa, MasterCard, among many other options. And once you're done with that, all you have to do is to begin trading. However, if you are a complete beginner, you realize that there are so many courses out there online, and also the local brokers are providing free education into investing in the financial markets. So they basically take you through the trading platform, introduce you to the assets, their dynamics, and also provide you with market analysis of what you are investing in. For instance, there are opportunities that are not available locally. If you look at the financial markets right now, there is a semiconductor shortage, and semiconductors are basically in every device you are using, in your mobile phone, in your TV screen, and so on. So such plays, when it comes to investing, can be very important. You can find companies that are benefiting from that, that is companies that are manufacturing semiconductors. At the same time, if you look at other plays like shipping, we know that there are listed companies that you can invest in that are doing shipping right now. So if you're looking to invest in these companies, then you find them that they are listed in other exchanges out there, such as the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the London Stock Exchange, and all of them are available in one single platform.
Right.
So when you are trading international stocks, you get the benefit of finding assets that you would not find in the local stock exchange. Yes.
And you've even actually scratched the surface of what I was going to ask about, beyond what, like you've touched the, you know, again, like I said, the surface. But Rufus, as someone who does this, as someone who helps, you know, people do this, why would you say this is a good way to go? You know what I mean? Why should I even consider it? Because you see, even domestically, it's pretty difficult to convince someone. People don't understand when it comes to trading. People like to see, I'm holding my money, this is how it works. You know how it comes when it comes to these things.
Yes.
So if you were to convince someone as to the benefits of investing in the global markets, what would be your pitch? What would be your selling point?
So first things first, there's the local stock exchange. You have very good companies performing well. But when you take a broader reach, then you find that there are other bigger companies that are performing even better. For instance, if you look at the Nairobi Stock Exchange, the best performing companies last year were doing 40–50%. If you look at the global stock exchanges, you'd realize that there are companies that were doing 500–600% the same year. That is 2020. So by diversifying and investing in global stock exchanges, you get the opportunity to reach companies that are performing much better with also better dividends. At the same time, there is the issue of diversification. So you try and diversify your investments so that you distribute the risks. So if you invested in the Kenyan vehicles, that is investment vehicles, then you're exposed to Kenyan-centric risks. So if something was happening politically, geographically in Kenya, then all your investments would be captured in just one location. But if you diversify, you have some investments in Kenya, some in the US, some in the UK, then your portfolio is much healthier. Yes.
Now, still in line with that, Rufus, I mean, when someone has decided, because a lot of people, even before they decide to invest or go into any business, just generally speaking, there's a lot of things you'll think about, right? You'll think about, maybe will I be good at this? Where is the gap? Where's the need? You know, like you'll think about something you're passionate about, so something you'll do with ease. My question then is, even when you're thinking about investing in the global markets, trying to center in on what to invest in, you know, how do you arrive at that decision? What should inform that decision? Because I know there's like a huge plethora. You said it yourself. It's in different asset classes. You can either invest in stocks. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So as a person who's going into this, what would you advise the train of thought to be? How do you decide this is where I should invest? Maybe I should lay off this. This is what will bring me most money. What should inform the decision?
So to begin with, I would say that investment education is very rare to find in Kenya. If you look at Kenyan curriculums, we do a lot of things, but very little content covers investment. So to the average Kenyan, finding investment education is quite rare. So it's very important for especially young people to develop an investment plan. So if you are looking to achieve something at a future date, let's say the next 5, 10, even just 1 year, then you develop a plan on how you're going to reach that goal. So you need to find resources, pull them together, and at the same time you need those resources to grow. So one of the best investment platforms to grow your finances is by investing in the foreign markets. So the moment you invest in global stocks, then you stand a better chance of reaching your investment goal faster. So there are other ways that you can invest. You can invest in bonds, you can invest in land, real estate, and when you compare all those, you realize that a majority of the premium or prime investors right now, they are going for the stock market. So it makes a lot of sense to follow the same path. So if you look at the people that are talking right now in terms of investment success, they are mostly invested in the stock market. So by investing or allocating your funds in the stock market, then you can reach your goal faster. So it makes a lot of sense to consider the stock market as part of your investment plan. So as you pour resources, if you, let's say, have a surplus income of 10,000, 20,000 in a month, then you shop for 2, 3 stocks, you find another one, keep on building your portfolio. And eventually, if you're looking to, let's say, build a house, if you're looking to own a car, if you're looking to become simply a dollar millionaire, then you basically build based on that. So if there are other investment avenues out there, you definitely consider them. So what I'm saying is that the stock market gives you the best chances of reaching your goal faster.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So we also have to talk about the risks. Because with almost every business venture, with every upside, there'll always be a downside. And when it comes to global markets, we often hear about things of volatility. We often hear about things of, you know, instability, maybe in whatever economies that we're talking about. For someone who's going into this, who might think maybe this is like a clear path, once I do this and I ask an expert to help me out, I'm all right, my money is safe. What are the risks attached to this that someone should go in knowing or anticipating?
So when you're investing, there's several risks, especially when you're going for offshore stocks. So the very first risk you're going to encounter is the exchange risk. So the moment you are depositing your money with a broker, you'll have, let's say, to convert from Kenya shilling to US dollar. So in that case, you might convert at a time when the interest rates are very high. So in that case, it will work against you. So on the other hand, if you are pulling your investments back, let's say you have made some substantial profits, you want to convert them back to Kenya. If the exchange rate is against you, then it may be negative for you. On the other hand, in such a time such as right now, when the dollar is very strong against the Kenya shilling, then in that case, you will be benefiting by getting higher returns. So on the other hand, there is other risks. These are risks that you cannot possibly escape.
Right.
For instance, there is the COVID-19 pandemic. We saw stocks go down, and this was happening globally. So whether you invested in Kenya or in the international markets, then such a thing could happen to anyone. So at the same time, there's risks associated with the broker you are trading with. So you absolutely need to find a broker that is regulated by the Capital Markets Authority of Kenya. So if you are trading out there and then you trade with a broker that is not regulated here, then they sometimes can be malpractice, you can lose your money. So it's very important that you invest with a locally regulated broker.
Rufus, I feel like you've done such an amazing job at just pretty much laying the ground in terms of what this is all about, how you go about it, if you need to enlist help. But I believe at this point, it's very important we take a very quick break. And remember, if you're you can be a part of the conversation by sending your feedback, questions, queries to our social media handles at Metropole TV KE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to talk about so much more with regards to investing in global markets. Don't go anywhere.